XSLT, what is XSLT? Extensible Style Sheet Language Transformation, which is used to convert or transform XML document to another document, a need of XSLT, then XSLT languages. So today I would like to start from step by step how to create that XML document and XSL document. So right click, then select new, then folder. Create a new folder. You have to give a name. I'm giving a name as XSLT program. So just create a folder here. And if you want to type a XML document, you need Notepad++. So if you don't have that Notepad++ free download it and install in your laptop. So here, so take file, new document. Then let us start today. I have taken the examples. We are learning in Workday. So we are all trainees. Trainees details today we are going to develop in XML. So I would like to have a root node as Workday. We have to close it. So and save it, Control S. So where do you have to save? We have created a folder. No, there only you have to save. So where I have created folder in the desktop, there I have created a folder XSLT program, open it. There you have to save your file. Give a name trainee. I'm going to give file name as trainee. So dot which format? XML format. So XML, I have to type and save the file. So next child node we have to create. The child node name will be, so each trainee has own ID. We have to close the, so subchild will be trainee's name. So name we can give. We can have our tag name will be, it can be our wish. So name I have selected. Then course they have completed. Other MCA or MSW, that details we can enter here. Then date of joining. So these are the details, basic details I have said. This is root element. Then child node. These are sub-child node. So we want at least 5 records. So just you can copy this and paste it down. So now you can give the data here. ID, name will be any name. So I have given here Daniel. The course will be MSW. Date of joining will be 10th October 2021. The same way. Second record to MCA. Just I'm giving the data. 18th October 2021. Course MSc. Date of joining will be 8th October 2021. Pre MCA 205. MSW, date of joining will be 12th October 2021. So these are the data we have created now XML document. So now we have created, after that we have to validate whether do we have typed correctly or not. So XML validation will be available in the Google. So just copy this file, go to Google. So here I have copied the file there. So just paste it here, the whole document. Then click here validate. If it is there error, it shows. For example, if we didn't close this training, we forgot to close when we type. So if we give validate now, it shows the error. See, the element type trainee must be terminated by the matching end tag. So there should be end tag is missing. So it shows the error. So if you make any mistakes there, it shows the error here. So XML validator is used to check the errors. It shows the errors. For example, sometime we may give the capital letter when we type because I made a mistake there. So I would like to say that to you also. So it shows the error the same line. The element type trainee must be terminated by the matching end tag. So the error is in the end tag. So we have to correct it. Now there is no error. So for error checking purpose, we are validating the XML documents here. So now there is no errors. Now you can open and just double click it. Okay, when we run that, it shows like this tree structure like it shows. So next, let me create the XSL. Understands only the XML. The data we will get output file like this. So now we want to others customers, they want to understand if we show like this. So they want to transform or convert to text format or any other format. Here we are going to convert this XML file to HTML. So now we want that XSL file. We are going to create the XSL file, new, take a new document. So what will be the first 2 declarations we want? So I'll copy that just to save it. Control S. Where do you have to save? The desktop. Where the XML file is there, the same place you have to save. So XSLT program inside only I saved the XML. So the same place you have to save this XSL file also. Now we want to close this XSL style sheet. Next we want template element. So you have to type XSL : template So that is the attribute we saw yesterday. Match, close this template element, XSL template. So from where template is applying, it's used to apply the set of rules. So from where we have to select, for that you have to check it the trainee. You can give this node name, root node name, there you can give. Otherwise, if you want to check the whole element, use forward slash. So it starts from, it takes the whole element. It's apply the rules for the whole element. We are going to convert into HTML. So the HTML root element is HTML, and close the HTML tag. HTML inside, body tag is must. So body tag. So we want heading there, trainees details. So for that, I'm using header tag h1. It should align, it should show that in the center place. So I'm giving attribute align center. So what is the title? Header trainees details. So you have to close the header tag. There be one or two. Then open the table tag. We have created already there. The options are ID, name, course, date of joining. So we want next heading is date of joining. So it will be in the first row. We have created the first row, name, course, date of joining. ID, name, course, date of joining. So now close the first row, table row. Now in the second row, we want to show the details, trainees details, the data. So what do you have to do? Use for each element here. XSLT for each element you have to use. So XSL for each, so the attribute is select and the records will be there. So if you want to take all the records data from the XML, we are using this for each time it will go there. Looping statements, like in the select attribute, what do we have to give here? Already we selected that slash, it takes from the word whole document. Next, where this looping statement has to start means it goes next Workday training 2, then Workday training 3. For example, I'll give first that Workday is a root node. So from which element it wants to check means the condition is Workday forward slash. So it goes each time, it goes to print the data. It print one by one only. First it will print the first data, then go to Workday. It refers like this: Workday training, then Workday. It understands like it's a first data 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So we have to print the data in the second row. So open the second row, table row, to extract the value or retrieve the value from the XML, the element XSL value of is used. There is a element XSLT element XSL value of is used to extract the data or value from the XML document. So that data should display in the table data. So use the table data value of select. So what do we want to select? First we have to select the ID. So when you give this ID as an attribute, when you retrieve, you have to use the at symbol, not only for ID. If you give any other field as attribute, if you want to retrieve, you have to use the at symbol. So at ID. This ID also same as this. So self closing tag, this one. So you can close it here itself, this XSL value of it, close this table data. In the same way, you have to retrieve the data for name, course, date of joining. Just to change it here. It is not an attribute. Name is element, so you can give just without at symbol. Name, course. Already we closed, so we retrieve the data. Now you can close this for each element here. Already I have given here. Now we extract the value. For each closed, table closed, then body tag also is closed, then HTML tag closed, template closed, then XSL style sheet closed. Each time whenever you do the program, you just save it in the side by side. We have to link this XSL program to in the XML. So for that we need one line. So the reference. So type that link XSL. Now go to the folder. Now just run the program by double clicking. See, we got output trainees details. So we can change the colors by attributes. We can set using styles attribute. We can set the colors. Then we can increase the font size. Then background color. If you want background color blue, if you want to underline it, you can use U for the underline. You have to close the dark underline. Save it. If you do any changes, you have to so background color change, design of color. So like this, we can create. So for each everything till this yesterday I explained. Today There is sort, XSL sort. This XSL sort element is used to sort the output. To sort the output, simply add an XSL sort element inside the XSL for each element in the XSL file. It is like a syntax or formula. You have to use this XSL inside the for each only. You cannot give above the for each. Then XSL, this syntax is XSL sort. Select attribute. You have to give the by, how do you sort? By first name or by ID. How do you want to sort? You have to give that element here.